Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host, Chris, and tonight we were given the glorious honor of 2 new episodes for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. A whole new chapter in the Star Wars saga that is giving us a lot of new in the middle ground information. Now, between the original 3 movies and the prequel movies, we have a lot of questions. What was going on with Obi-Wan that whole time while he became Ben Kenobi? What was going on with the Empire? Jedis? All sorts of questions. If you've got them and you've asked them before, we may be getting some answers. We've currently learned and we've realized in the first episode of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series that Jedi are being hunted, that there are a few who remain and they still have their morality, but the Inquisitors, many of which who are also Jedi who have turned to the dark side and now hunt the Jedi in order to completely wipe them off the face of the earth, are off looking for these Jedi and torturing many people and using the kindness and compassion of Jedis to have them reveal themselves. They refer to this as hunting themselves. The Jedis hunt themselves by remaining to have this compassion and care. Like, that's a terrible thing to have. Obviously, the dark side twists and warps the mindset, but it is really, really cool to get this in a full-on Star Wars setting. So we're going to talk a little bit more, but if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other daily uploads happening on the channel. We're talking Marvel, Star Wars, Stranger Things just came out as well. There's tons of content coming your way, so subscribe as to not miss out. Now, my first thoughts are without a doubt, this is the best Star Wars project that we have gotten in a very, very long time. I think that this has all of the checks. Something I really enjoyed about Mandalorian is it does have the original trilogy's feeling of Wild West space. What would it be like if space had Wild West and pirates mixed together with new technology and a new religion known as the Force? Well, this has that feeling as well. Whereas in the prequels, they were a little bit more organized. They had structure. The Jedi was existent. They had their temple. They had the order. Everything was set up. And now we've fallen back into that chaos from the first movies, the 4, 5, and 6 movies, that would be that idea for Star Wars. Now that's something we're feeling heavily, and it's something that I am enjoying. It's something that I hope to see more of, though the Wild West Star Wars feel that The Mandalorian did kind of replicate, but this is really hitting it home because they are talking about Jedis, hunting the Jedis. Democracy versus everything else that has been going on in the crazy world of Star Wars and with the Empire. So, let's talk about Ben, who is in hiding and has pretty much put all of the practices of being a Jedi behind him for the last 10 years. He's even buried his lightsaber out in the middle of nowhere, and that's gone, that's done. So, what exactly is left? Well, he seems to be protecting Luke because he believes Luke will be the one to now balance the Force, since Anakin was the one that joined the Sith. He was supposed to destroy them and not join them, but he did. So Luke must be the piece of the puzzle, and he seems pretty dead set to protecting him. He's not worried about his own life, he's worried about saving the Empire. The Jedi is over, and he wants to train Luke. He makes this very clear when he talks to Owen, and Owen tells him to leave them alone, stop bringing him toys and parts. He's a farmer, referring to Luke. And Obi-Wan says, I have to train him, we talked about this. And Owen says again, stay away. Well, eventually we see little Leia. Now, we're going to be talking about the second episode as well, so if you haven't seen that one yet, we will be discussing a bunch of points from it. So, click away now, or listen if you don't care about spoilers. But here they come. So Leia. We see her lifestyle, we see everything that's going on. She lives a pretty decent life, I would say. She is this little princess, but she doesn't fit in because obviously she's not an Organa, she's a Skywalker. But that's besides the point. What we really find out is she gets kidnapped and taken away. Now, this is a trap that Reva, one of the Inquisitors, who is desperately trying to capture Obi-Wan Kenobi, has set up because she wants to bring Obi-Wan Kenobi to Darth Vader so that she can jump up in the ranks and show her worthiness. To quote her specifically, she said something along the lines of, I want everything that I deserve. They later explain that she was pulled out of the gutter and she is the least of the Inquisitors, but she keeps going on her impulses and behind their backs in order to capture Obi-Wan so that she can bring him to Vader. That's that part. Well, she has somebody kidnap Princess Leia in order to draw out Obi-Wan because she saw in some records that Obi-Wan and Leia's father were good friends. So she captures the little girl and has the capturers try to lure out Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan obviously falls for it, and this goes back to what they refer to as Jedis hunting themselves because their compassion forces them to do it. Ben was very good about this, but eventually the appeal and the cry for help got to him, and he went and tried to capture and save Leia, which he ends up doing, but there are the Inquisitors waiting for him. And that's really where we start to see the whole idea. They want to capture Obi-Wan, who we now know didn't know that Anakin Skywalker survived, that Lord Vader and Anakin are the same person, or maybe even that Lord Vader exists. This is really the ending of it, and he's in this absolute shock, and then he says Anakin, and we see either a vision or a shot of Darth Vader floating in water with a mask on, and his eyes open as well. So they realize that, hey, something bad is about to happen. There's going to be a showdown of the century. So that's kind of where we are. Obviously, there are a lot of really cool details and Easter eggs in there that have been hidden and kind of shown away. We're going to talk about that. We're going to break down all sorts of fun stuff about this awesome series. But I do just want to get the gist out that this is awesome. This has something really special about it. A really good Star Wars feeling that we haven't experienced in quite some time. A very, very long time. Because although I love and enjoy the prequels, they don't have this feeling of disorganization, of Wild West. They had order, and they had politics, and they had policies and explanation and foreshadowing for the future, which we obviously know in the 4th, 5th, and 6th films. This is the in-between area, but this is after the establishment has fallen apart. It opens up with Order 66, which is really, really cool and extremely well displayed, and then it bounces into 10 years later. Here we are, Obi-Wan's in hiding, and yeah, all the good stuff that we've already discussed. Guys, this is a series to be excited about. This is a future for Star Wars that will lead on to potentially other fun projects. Star Wars Celebration, a massive long weekend event, is happening right now. They've already announced a ton of cool projects coming our way. We're supposed to be getting even more information as the weekend goes on. So maybe we'll do a recap of everything that we learned at the Star Wars event. Today was just the first day, and it ended with a cool red carpet event, an early showing of the series, and then the series dropped 4 hours earlier. Usually it goes out at about, I'm trying to say 12 o'clock Pacific time, and today it went out at 9 o'clock Pacific time. So they dropped it earlier, probably to avoid any spoilers from the red carpet event that happened. And now here we are, just freaking out about a fantastic series. Whew. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you enjoyed Obi-Wan Kenobi, or if you're excited to watch it if you haven't already. Ewan McGregor absolutely owns Star Wars. He is the heart, he is the life force, I think, of what remains for Star Wars for us. Although we looked forward, and we have these post-trilogy with episode 7, 8, and 9, none of that really caught on. None of that really became the heart of Star Wars as much as, you know, the excitement of Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor returning has captured our excitement. You know, we get Darth Vader, who is a icon in the Star Wars world. We see little Luke, we see Leia, and of course Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's coming not only from the prequels, but also from the originals, the Empire trilogy, to meet in this middle, in this fascinating storyline that is going to answer questions we've been asking for a long time. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. These are my initial reactions and a quick recap of the episode. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, go on to enjoy it. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our other daily updates happening right here on Cosmic Culture.